British aircraft operations during the Second World War spanned every theater of conflict, from defending home airspace to striking enemy targets across Europe, North Africa, and the Pacific. These machines evolved rapidly under combat pressure, adapting to lessons learned at tremendous cost while pushing the boundaries of contemporary aviation technology. The Supermarine Spitfire entered service in 1938 with an elegant elliptical wing and Rolls-Royce Merlin engine. Its combination of speed, maneuverability, and firepower proved ideally suited to intercepting German bombers during the Battle of Britain. 8 machine guns delivered concentrated fire, though they later proved insufficient against armored targets. Continuous development produced over 20 major variants, incorporating more powerful engines, improved armament, and enhanced performance. Later models mounted cannons and served in ground attack, high-altitude interception, and photo reconnaissance roles. Over 20,000 Spitfires were manufactured, fighting on every front where British forces operated. Its performance margins over German fighters remained narrow throughout the war, testament to the intensity of technological competition between adversaries. The Hawker Hurricane bore the greater burden during Britain's defensive battles. Entering service alongside the Spitfire, it featured more traditional construction with a fabric-covered steel tube fuselage. This design proved easier to manufacture and repair than the Spitfire's dressed skin construction. The Hurricane's stable gun platform made it effective against bombers, and it claimed more German aircraft during the Battle of Britain than all other defenses combined. Its rugged construction absorbed battle damage better than more refined designs. As the war progressed, Hurricanes transitioned to ground attack roles, carrying bombs and rockets against enemy armor and installations. They served extensively in North Africa, the Mediterranean, and Burma, proving adaptable to harsh operating conditions. Over 14,000 were produced. The Bristol Beaufighter emerged as a heavy fighter combining exceptional firepower with long range. Developed rapidly from the Beaufort torpedo bomber, it mounted 4 cannons and 6 machine guns in the nose, delivering devastating weight of fire. Its 2-man crew and radar equipment made it effective for nighttime interception of German bombers. Coastal Command employed Beaufighters against shipping, where their cannon and rocket armament proved lethal to merchant vessels and submarines. The aircraft's sturdy construction allowed it to absorb punishment while maintaining flight. Over 5,000 were manufactured. The de Havilland Mosquito represented an unconventional approach to combat aircraft design. Constructed primarily of wood to conserve strategic materials, it combined speed with versatility. The unarmed bomber variant relied on high speed to evade interception, carrying a respectable bomb load to German targets. Fighter variants mounted 4 cannons and 4 machine guns, proving effective in both day and night operations. Photo reconnaissance Mosquitoes penetrated deep into enemy territory, their speed providing protection where armor could not. The aircraft served as pathfinders for bomber streams, night intruders hunting German aircraft, and anti-shipping strike aircraft. Its wooden construction allowed furniture manufacturers to participate in production, distributing manufacturing across industries. Over 7,000 were built, remaining in service long after the war's conclusion. The Hawker Typhoon addressed the need for low-altitude tactical fighter bombers. Early development suffered from technical problems and disappointing high-altitude performance. Once these issues were resolved, the Typhoon excelled in ground attack, particularly after D-Day. Its 4 20mm cannons and capacity for bombs or rockets made it devastating against German armor and transport. Typhoon pilots hunted tanks in Normandy, supporting the Allied breakout from the beachhead. Over 3,000 were produced. The Hawker Tempest refined the Typhoon design with a thinner wing and more powerful engine, creating one of the fastest piston engine fighters of the war. It proved particularly effective against German V-1 flying bombs, intercepting hundreds before they reached British cities. Tempests also engaged German jets in the war's final months, their speed allowing interception during takeoff and landing phases. The Gloucester Meteor became Britain's only operational jet fighter during the conflict. Entering service in mid-1944, it primarily engaged V-1 flying bombs rather than manned aircraft. Its performance surpassed piston engine fighters, though technical limitations and cautious deployment prevented it from engaging German jets in combat. Britain's strategic bombing campaign depended on heavy bombers capable of reaching German industrial centers. The Avro Lancaster became the most effective British bomber of the war. Developed from the unsuccessful Manchester, it featured 4 Merlin engines providing reliability and performance. The Lancaster carried exceptional bomb loads over considerable distances, including special weapons like the 12,000-pound Tallboy and 22,000-pound Grand Slam bombs. Its spacious bomb bay accommodated weapons too large for other aircraft. Lancaster crews flew night missions over Germany, facing intense anti-aircraft fire and night fighter opposition. The aircraft's defensive armament of 8 machine guns and powered turrets provided limited protection against determined attacks. Despite heavy losses, Lancasters delivered a significant portion of British bombs dropped on Germany. Over 7,000 were manufactured. The Handley Page Halifax served alongside the Lancaster as a heavy bomber. Though it carried slightly less ordnance, the Halifax proved versatile, serving in bombing, maritime reconnaissance, glider towing, and special operations roles. Its stable handling characteristics made it suitable for various missions beyond pure bombing. Over 6,000 were produced, and many crews preferred its superior escape characteristics compared to the Lancaster. The short Stirling became the first 4-engine heavy bomber to enter RAF service. Design compromises limiting its wingspan reduced its ceiling, making it vulnerable to anti-aircraft fire and unable to reach altitudes achieved by later bombers. It served effectively until 1943, when losses prompted its withdrawal from bombing operations. Stirlings then served in transport, glider towing, and mine-laying roles for the remainder of the war. The Vickers Wellington medium bomber bore the weight of Britain's early bombing campaigns. Its geodetic construction, using a basket weave framework of aluminum, provided exceptional damage resistance. Wellingtons could absorb severe battle damage and return home, their unique structure maintaining integrity even with large portions destroyed. They served in bombing, maritime patrol, and training roles throughout the war. Over 11,000 were manufactured. The Bristol Blenheim light bomber equipped many squadrons at the war's start. Though modern when introduced, it proved vulnerable to enemy fighters and inadequately armed for its missions. Blenheim crews suffered heavy casualties during daylight raids, leading to their replacement by more capable types. The aircraft served more successfully in maritime and night fighter roles. The short Sunderland flying boat provided long-range maritime reconnaissance and anti-submarine capability. Its heavy defensive armament earned it the German nickname Flying Porcupine. Sunderlands patrolled the Atlantic and Mediterranean, rescuing downed airmen and attacking submarines. Their long endurance allowed extended patrols over vast ocean areas. Over 700 were manufactured. The Bristol Beaufort torpedo bomber attacked enemy shipping in coastal waters. Its torpedo armament proved effective against merchant vessels and warships, though the aircraft's vulnerability to fighters limited its effectiveness. Beaufort served primarily at night or with heavy fighter escort. The Fairey Swordfish biplane torpedo bomber achieved remarkable success despite its obsolete appearance. Nicknamed the Stringbag, it participated in the attack on Taranto that crippled the Italian fleet, and Swordfish torpedo bombers damaged the German battleship Bismarck, enabling its destruction. Operating from carriers and coastal bases, Swordfish remained in service throughout the war due to their reliability and ability to operate from small escort carriers. Reconnaissance aircraft provided intelligence essential for planning operations. The Supermarine Spitfire in photo reconnaissance configuration stripped armament and added cameras, using speed and altitude for protection. These aircraft penetrated deep into enemy territory, photographing targets before and after raids. Their intelligence proved invaluable for assessing bomb damage and identifying new targets. The Westland Lysander served Army cooperation and reconnaissance roles in the war's early years. Its short takeoff and landing characteristics allowed operation from improvised fields. Though vulnerable to modern fighters, Lysanders later gained fame inserting and extracting agents in occupied France, landing in small fields under cover of darkness. The aircraft that defended Britain and carried the war to Germany reflected evolving understanding of air power's role in modern warfare. Early designs emphasized interception and tactical support, while experience drove development of heavy bombers, long-range fighters, and specialized reconnaissance types. British aircraft designed balanced performance with manufacturing practicality, producing machines that could be built in quantity while incorporating progressive improvements. The Spitfire, Lancaster, and Mosquito established reputations extending beyond their wartime service, while less celebrated types like the Hurricane and Wellington Wellington quietly shouldered their share of the burden. These aircraft provided the means for Britain to defend itself, project power across oceans, and contribute decisively to Allied victory.